Good morning, friends, and welcome to another reading lesson with Miss Meadows. Today we are going to be starting a brand new module. But before we get started, you are going to need quite a few things for today because there's a lot we need to get done. So make sure you have your My Book, your iPad, your headphones, obviously, and also your composition notebook. You need all of those things because we got a lot of stuff we got to get done today. So pause the video if you don't have those and go get those, and don't keep going until you have your My Book, your composition notebook, and your headphones and iPad all set up and ready to go. But I'm going to assume that if you are continuing with this video, you have all of those things. So we are starting module 3 today, and we've got kind of a lot we need to get through. So I am so excited to introduce this module to you because we are going to be talking about amazing animals this module, which is so super excited, and I can't wait to do all of this awesome work with you. If you look here, we can see right here our module title, Amazing Animals, and we've got an American proverb here that I want to read to you. It says, "Little by little, the bird makes his nest." So we are going to talk about what we know about animals already. So if I look here, I see that there are birds, which connects to our American proverb of little by little, the bird makes his nest. And in this module, we're going to be reading texts about how animals live. So we're going to be reading stories about animals and how they live. After you read each story, and after we read our stories together, you're going to be thinking a lot about how animals' bodies are going to help them. Let's look at our essential question over here. It says, how do animals' bodies help them? So we're going to gather and think about information to help us answer that question. And we're going to do a little bit of that today already. So before we get started, I want to ask you this question. What types of jobs are easier to do step by step? So I'm already thinking, like, when I ask you to do something in our classroom, I usually tell you to do it step by step. Like in the morning, I give you the job to come to the carpet. But do we just come to the carpet? No, there are steps we have to do. We first have to put our morning work in our mailboxes. Then we have to push in our chairs really quietly. We have to put our pencil boxes in our book bins, and then we come to the carpet. If I didn't give you those step-by-step pieces, you wouldn't be able to do your job successfully. So sometimes there are jobs that we have to do step by step. So take a look at this, and I want you to think our essential question is, how do animals' bodies help them? Do you have any idea of how an animal's body could help them that you know already before we've even started this module? If you can think of a way that an animal's body helps them, I want you to kiss your brain for me so that I can see that you've already thinking of one. Very good job. And before we get started, we've got a lot to do. We've got our anchor chart, our vocabulary, and a story to read. But first things first, I have a fun video to show you. That's our Get Curious video. So enjoy that. Miss Meadows will be back in just a second, but I hope you enjoy watching this video, and I'll see you after.
Amazing animals live all over the world, and for wild animals, it's a dangerous life. But many creatures have a hidden ability that helps protect them. They can make themselves disappear. Look closely. Can you spot the moth? Here it is. It was well hidden, wasn't it? That's because of camouflage. Camouflage is when an animal's features or characteristics help it hide. The moth's coloring and pattern make it hard to see. The moth is hidden because it blends in with its surroundings. But sometimes animals can look like something they're not. This lizard looks like part of a branch. And this insect, often called a walking stick, looks a lot like, you guessed it, a stick. Did it fool you? These creatures are cool, but did you know a mammal can be camouflaged too? Unlike insects, mammals have fur or hair. This cheetah has a tan coat with black spots. This pattern helps the cheetah stay hidden in the dry, open grassland where it lives and looks for food. Let's go underwater to see if we can find the mimic octopus. There it is. This octopus can actually change its color to match things around it. It can even change its shape to look like other animals. With these incredible skills, the mimic octopus is a master of disguise no matter where he goes. What kind of animal camouflage would you like to have?
Alrighty, we are back. What an awesome and interesting video that was. So at the end, it asked you the question, what kind of camouflage would you like to have? I want you to take a second and think about that. I think Miss Meadows would think it would be really cool to be like a chameleon where your skin could change color to blend into the area behind you. But we had kind of a lot of big words in that video that I want to go over some of them with you in case you're a little bit thinking, Miss Meadows, I don't know what those words mean. So if you could, with me right now, open up your My Book, get your My Book out, and you're going to open to page 4. Find page 4, and it should look a little bit like mine does. You're going to need your book open to this page, and you are also going to need a pencil for this, and maybe even your crayon box if you wanted to as well. But make sure you're open to this page. If you need to pause the video to get to this page, go ahead, but I'm going to get started. We're going to start right here in this box, and we're going to talk about the word camouflage. Can you say camouflage? Very good job. All right. So the meaning of camouflage, the meaning is camouflage is what hides something or makes it difficult to see. So a leopard uses the tall grass as a camouflage to hunt. And I have a picture of that I want to show you. So here we see this leopard is using this tall grass to blend in and hide so that he can't be seen. That is camouflage. So here's what we're going to do. In this box right here, it says synonyms and antonyms. Can you say synonym? Can you say antonym? Very good. A synonym means the same, and an antonym means the opposite. Can you say synonym, same? Say antonym, opposite. Very good. Now we're just going to talk about this box. We're not going to worry about drawing anything in this box right now. But what is a word that would mean the same thing as camouflage? Do you have any idea? Yeah, maybe like hiding or blending in. Those could be synonyms for camouflage. What about an opposite of camouflage, an antonym? What would be the opposite? Like being out in the open or not hiding, those would be antonyms. So those are synonyms and antonyms of camouflage. Now I want you, go ahead, pause the video quick and draw a very quick picture, not a long one. Do not take a lot of time on this because we got a lot to do. A quick picture of camouflage. Maybe you draw the leopard who is hiding in the tall grass. Do not make this long because we've got so much still to do, but go ahead, draw a quick picture. Unpause the video when you're done. All right, come over here and we see this word we're going to do next is called mammal. Can you say mammal? Very good. And our meaning, our definition says a mammal is a kind of animal that has hair and feeds milk to its babies. That's interesting. So I here have some pictures of some mammals I'd like to show you. So we've got different examples of a mammal. Oop, I'm trying to get it out of the light. A cow is a mammal. It's got hair and feeds milk. This is a monkey, which is a different type of a mammal. And then here we also have a whale. Is a different type of an animal. So many of you might have mammals as pets, like cats, dogs, hamsters, rabbits, and guinea pigs are all different types of mammals. So a synonym for a mammal, A synonym could be a dog or a cat or something you would have as a pet. An antonym for a mammal. I'm trying to think of an animal that doesn't have hair and doesn't feed milk to its babies. Maybe a snake. A snake has no hair. Or perhaps a bird. A bird doesn't feed milk to its babies, so that would be an antonym. I want you to pick cat, dog, hamster, rabbit, guinea pig, whale, monkey, or cow. Any of the examples we had, and draw a quick picture here. Pause the video and unpause when you're ready to move forward to our last word. All right, we're moving on. Our last word is characteristics. Say characteristics. Very good. And the meaning is characteristics are things that make a person, animal, or thing different from others. So, a long trunk and large ears are characteristics of what animal? A large trunk. Yeah, an elephant, right. So I want you to quickly right here draw a very quick picture of an elephant and unpause the video when you're done. Alrighty, you can leave your My Book open. We're gonna quickly look at our anchor chart before we read our story for today. Our anchor chart today says text features, which we've talked about before. Authors choose text and graphic features to help explain ideas or to help readers locate information. So up here it says, words in bold text are darker than other words. It means they're important. Up here it says bigger text is usually more important than smaller text. Italic text is leaning to the right. It means pay attention or read with more feeling. And then down here it says labels name parts of a picture. So as we read our story today, we're going to look for and identify any text features that we see in our story. So what I want you to do is turn your page in your My Book so that you are on page 6. You need to be on page 6. Find that page and it should look like this. This is our story for today. Pause the video if you need help finding it, but all you should need to do is just turn one page to get there. Our story for today is called Animal Q&A. It says right here, Animal Q&A. This is an informational text. So an informational text, remember, it gives facts about a topic, and we're going to recall what we know about No, we're not. We're not going to recall what we know. We already know what an informational text is. We're going to learn facts about a topic. So, as we're reading this, we're looking for facts about animals, and we're looking to see, maybe remember our essential question about how animals' bodies help them? We're going to look for that information while we're reading. So, as I'm looking at this page, before we read, I'm already seeing a lot of text features. I'm seeing parts, see how the Q and the A here are bold? That means they're important. Why do you think they made them bold? I think so that we could find them easy, so that we know where to look. Now, when we say Q, see how we've got at the end there that little tiny question mark? Q stands for question, and A stands for answer. Question, answer. So this is going to be our question. After Q, it's a question. And then it's going to give us the answer underneath it. That's what Q and A means. Animal question and answer. So we're going to be looking for these. Before we start, why do you think the author uses italic and bold text for some of the words? Why do you think? We just talked about that in text features. Because it calls attention to the important words, and in each, see how some of these words are bold? Like this word is bold, this word is bold. Those are the important words in the sentence. So I'm going to move myself a little so the book is in frame. So I feel like I'm a little slanted. Sorry about that. Okay, let's read together. Follow along with me. Animal Q&A. Imagine that you had wings. What could you do? Find out what animals can do with their bodies. So we've got our first question here. I'm looking at my text features, I'm looking at the pictures, and what can I guess that this is going to be about, this question and answer? Yeah, a penguin. I looked at the pictures and I could figure that out. So my first question is, what could you do with wings? And the answer says, swim. Penguins flap to go fast. So it's not talking about what you, like you, a human, can do with wings. It's talking about what you, a penguin, can do with wings. And a penguin can't fly. We know that. But a penguin uses its wings to swim. So a penguin swims, and they use their wings to go fast in the water. Next one, let's look right here. What do we think that this question and answer is going to be about? Yeah, I think a turtle, because it's got a picture of turtles right here. Our question is, what could you do with a shell? What do we think a turtle could do with a shell? Let's find out. The answer says hide. Turtles are safe inside. Our next one over here, what do we think it's going to be about? Right, I think an elephant too, because of our picture. It says, what could you do with a trunk? What could an elephant do with a trunk? What do you think? Let's find out. Snorkel. Elephants get air like this. Look, we could have used that picture as a hint. He can swim in the water, and he uses his trunk like a little snorkel above the water to get air. That's pretty cool. And then finally, our last one right here. What's this animal? A bat. Some friends in Miss Meadows' class, we just read our story Stella Luna the other day about a bat. So we've got some prior knowledge about bats. Let's listen to our question. What could you do with claws? What do you think a bat could do with its claws? Look at our picture in here for a hint. Grab. Bats hang upside down to sleep. That is super awesome. So, why do you think the author chose Animal Q&A as the title of this story? Yeah, because it gives us questions and then they answer them. So they put Animal Q&A, or Animal Question and Answers, as the title. What's another title you could come up with? What else could we call this story? Do you have any ideas? Go ahead and tell me into your microphone. I like that title. That was a great idea. Very good. Why do you think the author uses a line? See this line that connects the animals to the bubble? To connect the body parts in the photo. See how, oh look, it's going from the body part? Why do you think he does that? Because it shows what the body part looks like and how the animal uses it. Yeah, good job. So here's what I want you to do. This is what you're going to do next. You are going to take out your composition notebook that you've been holding on to this whole time. Take it out and open it up to the next empty page. Not in the middle, to the next empty page. And what I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture of one of these animals we learned about today. So I'm going to remind you what those are. That was either a penguin, a turtle, an elephant, or a bat. Pick one of those, and I want you to draw a quick picture of how that animal's body helps to keep it safe. So remember, our penguin uses its wings to swim. A turtle uses its shell to hide. An elephant uses its trunk to snorkel underwater. And a bat uses its claw to grab or to hang on to things. So I want you to draw a picture of one of those. Go ahead and be creative, be colorful, be fun, and then we're going to come together at the end to do a turn and talk on the carpet and share our drawings with our classmates. So go ahead, do that. I hope you enjoyed our story today. Good luck with your drawings. Have fun drawing those pictures. And I will see you, Miss Meadows' friends, on the carpet in a second. And Miss Walter and Miss Brennan's friends, I hope I see you in the hallway later. Have a good rest of your day.